Hi, this is Brianne Myers, and I'm an instructional designer with OHRD, which is a training organization for the state of West Virginia. And this is Takeout Tutor, Dining Out Healthy for Instructional Design and Technology 630 program at WVU. So this is a program that was designed in Moodle, and I'm just going to do an overview really quickly. So this program is designed for those Americans, and there are many of us who eat out, who like to dine out, whether they're getting takeout or delivery or sitting in the restaurant with friends. So there's quite a few of us out there who eat out all the time. Millennials are especially prone to eating out. So the target audience is just anyone, mostly adults, who like to dine out or often find themselves too busy. They may want to cook at home every so often, and that just tends to not happen because of their schedules. So by the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to make healthier choices when they eat out. They can identify restaurant chains that provide the healthier options. They can interpret nutrition facts and menu information that they look at that's provided by restaurants, and they can apply some smart dining behaviors in order to make healthy choices. You don't always have to count calories to be healthy. There's some ways of dealing with your meal so you can enjoy your meal without exactly having to count calories. So just a general content organization. This is a linear course. So this isn't actually depicting any branching. It's just supposed to show how the sections are divided out. So it's divided into 3 parts. The first part is the introduction. That kind of gives you an idea of some of the statistics, like the popularity and the upsides and downsides of eating out versus cooking at home. Part 2 is tracking down healthy choices. So the FDA is kind of helping us out here. There's some new FDA requirements that'll help people make healthier choices. And we'll also look at nutrition facts and how to interpret them. Part 3, go beyond calorie count, gives you some of those tricks so you don't always have to be counting calories. You can look at the list of do's and don'ts. There's some magic words and words to avoid on menus. And the last section gives you some savvy tricks that you can use to eat healthier without trying too hard. So let's get to it. This is Takeout Tutor, Dining Out Healthy in Moodle, and you can see here that I've got it all laid out nice and linear. So the first section, the introduction section here, has the popularity and the upsides and downsides, and I like to use pages in Moodle because pages give you the opportunity to do formatting, and I can use pictures. So I have this nice little infographic here that talks about average meals that people have per week where they are eating out, and the most frequent, everything's bigger in Texas, is Houston, Texas. So not a huge surprise there. And we also talk about some of the upsides and downsides, like eating out is great for spending time with family. It's a great social activity, but you're less likely to find healthy options. You don't have as much control over what goes into your food. So we talk about that there a little bit. And then we also ask the learners to consider their own dining habits. So they get this little reflection question here, and they ask themselves, do I eat out all the time? Is it 3 meals or less, maybe a moderate amount, or maybe I rarely ever eat out. So then we go into section 2, tracking down healthy choices, and we talk about the FDA and how the FDA gives us some help, because now restaurants who meet certain requirements, meet certain criteria, have to display calorie and nutritional fact information. So you might get just the calorie information, or you might get a little bit more detail depending on how much restaurants are willing to share. So you can refer to their nutrition facts to help you make healthier choices when you eat out. And we explain nutrition facts through the use of 2 videos. So this, it's in here somewhere. This video appears in a pop-up, and it's a YouTube video from the Health Nerd about how to read nutrition facts. So they get that video, and then they actually get a second video, and their task is to compare and contrast these two videos, because there's actually, while they both review nutrition facts, there's actually a little bit of difference there in what they focus on and what they think is important or less important. And then they use this little forum here in Variety of Opinion to discuss those differences and to discuss different dieting opinions that are out there. And then they get a little summary in the form of an infographic that just gives them an overview of general considerations for nutrition facts labels. And we follow that with a quiz. So they get to have this little knowledge test where they try to choose which one of these gives them the best low-fat option. So they get a little interactivity there. And then of course we have some follow-up information so they can see the correct answer. And then in section 3, the final section, we have do's and don'ts. And those are the magic words and words to avoid. And those are simply just an overview and description of what to look for on menus. Some of the words that you want to look for, and some of the words that you want to avoid, like stuffed, smothered. Those are kind of indicating things that may be less healthy for you. And then we also have Savvy Tricks. This takes you to a link that has a lot of really interesting tips about what to look for and different tricks that you can use, like asking for your sauce on the side, ordering your meal, and then asking for half of it to be put in a to-go box before it even gets to the table. So those are lots of little tricks that you can use. So you can eat healthier even when you're eating out without trying too hard. And then lastly, they have a test your knowledge section. So they have a few quiz questions here with follow-up. So these questions will test them on everything from the entire program. So they get a nice knowledge test from the whole thing. So we can see here they get a nice little practice and knowledge test to see what they've learned. And finally, we have the program survey, so they can give us some feedback about the program and how much it helps them. So that is Takeout Tutor, Dining Out Healthy, and that's all there is to it. Thank you, Dr. Ahern, for an excellent program, and I will see you this fall in your game design course. Thanks!